Oh, we're here. Oh. Is it just me or does anyone else? What if this is a thing?
I need
I love you, Simon. Why are you waiting for me to say something? Oh, wait, never mind. You're too funny. You're too funny. I was like, are you kidding me?
a target from a firing range.
I'm very upset. I am not happy. I found the giraffe. It was very entertaining. Flip. What? Okay, it's a gazelle. Is that a gazelle? Is that a gazelle or that's a hyena? Evidence. Did I get to my evidence? Fuck. Okay, right. But yeah, that was quite entertaining. Hey, so is it appropriate for me to say I have no idea what the fuck I am doing? Let's see. I never know what I'm doing. It's so grand. You get it? Help me here. Oh, damn it, you guys. Okay, so I'm assuming the chimpanzee goes there. It didn't know she's a vulture. I have witnessed a scene. What is the scene? Giraffe. And you know. That one. Goes backward. No. That one. Did I get it? I don't think I got it. Oh. Oh, I get it. Yeah, no. Wait, I can turn them. I didn't know that. Oh, I can turn them in that case then. There you go. That should do, right?
There we are.
There we
It
go.
is simplicity itself.
I didn't know they could go down. That's news even to me. They went down. Oh, okay. Interesting.
The stand's slush fund. I wonder what happened to the owner that he should leave without his savings.
I was like, what's the down thing for? And then I realized, oh wait. Okay, so I got that. Wait, can I plant this?
I must put some... There. That should interest our guard.
Can I put it anywhere else? So, what are you going to do after you finish this game? You know exactly what I'm going to do after I finish this game, Hermito. Don't be so cheeky. Probably play some Minecraft.
A large everything...
Oh.
Good. My little stratagem is in place. All I need to do is to wait for him to come back here.
Oh, I'm probably gonna play something else for the time being, and then probably do like one stream where it's just relax and stuff, and then I'll go into Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock versus Jack the Ripper.
I have to shut him up, and quickly. Perfect. Thanks to the ether, this baller will sleep for a long time. Perfect.
Okay, I can't believe that actually worked. Yeah, I'm quite surprised that worked. I suppose the guard really likes money. Then again, so do I, but that's not the point. That's where he's sleeping. Anything in here? Nope. Darling! We like to rope around these areas.
Another guard. This place is full of them. I cannot risk a confrontation. He'll see me coming, and I'll lose the element of surprise. I'll need to find a way to trap him.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Can I go in here? I can. I mean, you threw the bottle in the room and the boarder just stood there and stared at the broken bottle like he had never seen such a thing before. He was probably looking for more money.
They must have exhibited those poor wretches in these cages and presented them as being dangerous.
Probably. Thank you for the lurks.
Be careful of those boxes. They are balanced, one on top of the other. It would take very little to knock them over. Bearded lady.
Thank you for the lucky lurks.
This large, empty aquarium held the fair's main attraction.
I mean this one.
The mermaid, Poseidon's daughter.
You mean there?
I wonder what this machinery is used for. A rail system is fixed to the ceiling, and a hook is hanging from it. It must be used for moving heavy and bulky objects.
Like the guard, maybe?
The cage is held shut with this bar. It only needs to be pulled away to open it. This cage is still occupied, not by one of the monsters, but by a poor man. He's still alive, but he's barely human now. Moriarty must have tested his poison on this poor fellow. If he was freed, he would leap at the throat of the first person he saw.
Yeah.
I could easily open the cage by raising the door, but that poor... People must have been locked up in here, and they are certain to have been mistreated.
So this is pretty much a place where the freak, like, you know, monsters and freaks got killed, I suppose.
I suppose it was on this small stage that the monsters were presented to the public.
What's this? Lurking and editing, by the way. Yeah, no problem, Simon.
Ah, here's something interesting. Hans's diary.
But no, you edit and you lurk. I love my lurkers. I love my lurkers as well as I love my chatters. Let's see. Monday 8. Not 8th, 8. Moriarty is behind schedule. I've been waiting for 2 days now for the materials I need for my research to be delivered. Really, the burritos are always counted here. I love my lurkers, my chatters, and my burritos. I really want a burrito now. Darn, I need a burrito. Why doesn't the UK stock burritos? No. Anyways, I need to figure out something. Chill for 2 hours tomorrow. Okay, no worries. Let's see. And delivered. He will have to get a move on if he wants me to take over the work he has started. My patience has its limits. I have filled in my time by reorganizing this place. An old fair sideshow exhibiting monsters. I don't know if Moriarty is aware of the irony of this situation. To calm my patience, they bring me a subject at the end of the morning, a dirty old tramp in good health. He would do. I'm going to test the last evolution of Moriarty's poison on him. Night has fallen and the test is finished. We had to kill the subject. He continuously roaring annoyed the boss. I can understand now why he needs my genius to help him advance his research. The subject was in such a state of murderous madness that he became completely uncontrollable. He didn't even seem to understand the simple orders. It's a long way from a desired result. Tuesday the 9th. The material still hasn't arrived. On a brighter note, I have received 2 new subjects. A man in his 50s, thin, hairy, and toothless, and the other was a younger but equally repulsive. We should be thanked for cleaning such parasites off the streets. Wednesday 10th. I was woken in the middle of the night by screams and laughter which seemed to be coming from the freak show. 2 of Moriarty's men, completely drunk, had locked the 2 subjects up in the same cage before giving them a bowl of poison. They were amusing themselves by betting on the combat outcome. I hurried off to warn the boss that we can't waste material this way. I rather liked their expressions when they woke up a few hours later, in the cages instead of the tramp. It must have been the worst hangover of their lives. Thursday 11th. I had finally received the material and the ingredients which will allow me to modify Moriarty's poison. The first experiment is going to be very simple. I'm just going to make a few drops of my famous will exhibiting poison and mix them with Moriarty's poison. We will see if that is sufficient to make them obey orders. It's a failure. The subjects didn't even have time to kill each other. They died in less than 30 seconds after being given the poison. The effects of the two poisons didn't add up as expected. On the other hand, I'll keep the dosage in mind. A poison that fries the brain so quickly cannot really be called a failure. Friday the 12th. I worked all night to develop the second dosage. This time, distilled the cure differently to obtain a less powerful derivative, whatever. I also modified Moriarty's poison, but he was not very open with its composition, so I had to improvise. Another failure. The subject did not die immediately, but he was uncontrollable as the others. The only difference of note is that any wounds and tissue damage did not get any worse after the poison was taken. That of no interest. We are not here to treat them. Moriarty insisted in the experiment. He did not say anything and left in silence. He wasn't pleased. I think he's starting to get impatient. Saturday the 13th. Moriarty is becoming impatient. The idiot doesn't understand anything and dares to question my talent. He was the one who came to find me to modify his poison. He'd been trying for weeks without success, and now he wants me to succeed in 2 days. But I had an overheated discussion about it. We had an overheated discussion about it. But I finally got him to admit that a chemist has no choice but to bow to the rules of science. It's nature that sets men the rhythm and not the other way around. I tried another dosage. The third test was a semi-failure. This time the subject alternated the bounds of madness with a fall of blood pressure. He went from enraged to comatose in a few seconds. I think we're about on the right track. Saturday the 14th. Moriarty doesn't want to wait any longer. This morning he openly threatened me. He had given me 2 days to obtain the conclusive results. He gave me to understand that past this deadline, I will go from being the researcher to becoming the guinea pig. I am confident enough. I was able to worm the compounds out of his poison out of him, and as I thought, the problem isn't my creation, it was his. His idiot apprentice chemist who worked on it made so many mistakes in the dosage that I'm amazed that it produces the same effect that it does. I have spent more than 10 hours going over the dosages of Moriarty's poison, and I have finally obtained something sufficiently pure to be mixed with my personal composition. A new subject must be delivered as soon as possible. I can't wait to see the results. I succeeded. The problem wasn't in my poison, it was in theirs. But with theirs, it was much too strong. I modified it, and the subject proved to be obedient without losing any of his fury. True, he did eat his own hand, but this time it was because we told him to. It was the first time I had seen Moriarty smile. We have obtained the objective. At any time, Moriarty can poison the last section of London's population. The choice of the Whitechapel area is a natural one. It is there that the greatest number of starving can be found. So at any given moment, these thousands of ragged soldiers can invade the city and spread chaos such as the British Army has never known. Nothing will stop their fury, and deficit will last for the time that the boss needs to seize power and that pathetic clown Woodville on the throne. Then killing the frenzy will stop of its own accord. I programmed the poison to last 48 hours. After, the subjects will join their victims in parade of flea-ridden. Monday the 15th. I am now going to be able to mass produce this wonderful poison. Moriarty has set up his men to clean in the warehouse below. It is a perfect place, and it has an enormous reservoir in the roof. The boss came here in person to pay me a part of the money I was promised for my work. I have the rest when his plan succeeded, I will soon be incredibly rich.
What a dreadful diary. That Hans is the only real monster ever to have frequented this attraction.
Now I can read chat. Any ideas on what would be a chill game for 2 hours? Well, what do you have, Hermeto?
Chemistry material.
Ooh. Oh, more reading. My friends, as you all know, next week our adventure must come to an end. You also know that I am no good at speeches, so I'll keep this brief. After all the years spent with you here, I can honestly say that I think of you as my own family. I am going to miss you all, but before the fair closes, we've got one last week in business, and during this time I want you all to give the very best of yourselves, so that public will never forget us. So before getting getting back to work, here's the list of jobs for the week. Roger, clean out the aquarium. Alice, Kristen, Tom, pest control. Martha, responsible for the keys to the place. Keith, upkeep of the rails of the cages. H. Ferguson.
The bearded lady kept the key to this exhibition. Interesting.
Anything else? No, that's it. Oh shit. Right.
Thanks to
I have games.
Thanks.
Right. So there's something that I need. Oh, would you look at that?
The crank is in place. The hook is above the cage of this poor wretch. There, This way I can open the poor fellow's cage from the outside without taking any risks.
What's up to stack some money?
These...
Right. Okay, name me 3 random games.
There's something interesting here.
Oh, is that?
Here's what I've been looking for. The trap is in place. Now I only need to get the guard to go inside the freak show.
Now, how would I do that? Oh, wait.
The guard must have been warned. I need to get out of here. The guard is inside. I must close the door quickly. Closed. I must find a way of neutralizing the guard inside. No, I can't.
Hurt, Hans?
Well, I'll be leaving you. I'm sure you have a great many things to do.
Looks like Hans. Let's see. I guess the most chill games I have installed are Phoenix Wright, Dang, I don't know, WoW, and then some point, and then some point, and click, some point and clicks, I think. Do WoW. WoW seems to be a good game. Love you. You're doing great. Thank you.